Hey, buddy, look up.
No, 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 no.
Now look down.
God have mercy upon us.
You're an embarrassment to him. I'm gonna cry.
I am not sorry. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy, Randall Diversion. Thank you all for the wonderful comments. I keep telling y'all, man, it's good to be honest with yourself, okay? You live in a free world. You can express whatever you're experiencing, all right? So, it's been a couple of days, all right? It's been a couple of weeks. And the gun leakers, if you guys don't know what that is, that's the term I gave to those that are just delusional about James Gunn. So, the gun leakers have been all over my ass on Instagram and on YouTube, okay? They're trying to defend this movie by any possible chance they can get, okay? I literally went, on TikTok, likewise, to debate those that actually like the film, and it was like a 7 versus 2. And I would like to say that from my conclusion, what they actually told me was, you know what? You just a hater. You're a Snyder cultist. You don't even like Gunn. I'm like, okay. First of all, I'm not a Snyder guy. I keep telling y'all, I'm not a Snyder guy. I'm not a Gunn guy. I'm a Superman guy. All right. So whatever you give me, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. All right. And what fascinated me was they can't really tell you what they actually liked in the movie. They just keep saying it's comic accurate. You don't even read comics. You look at you like that's Superman from the comics. James Gunn just took from the comics. You don't even know what you're saying. I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't read comics, but guess what? I don't gotta read the comic to understand Superman. People get their different interpretation of the characters from the animation, even from the movies, and that's fine. All right. But when I watch a film, I'm judging it for its entirety, not because it's based on a comic film, okay? Not everything in comic translates to the live action. You guys realize that, right? So we know Superman was not a good film, okay? And they can't even defend that. They tried all possible. And this is my last question I gave to them. I said, hey, man, is Superman a serious film? I had 30 to 1 minute of silence. No one could answer me that. No one. So that tells me they know it's a trash film, but they're just coping at this point, And then the lady said, well, it's a comic film. You don't expect it to be serious.
Sit the fuck down.
Thanos was right, bro. We need to restart, bro. We need to get those Infinity Stones and restart humanity or the freaking universe. I don't know. Well, we just need to restart. Anyways, so if you're new to this channel, all right, I'm not a hater. I don't know where this is coming from. If I don't like a movie, I'm automatically a Snyder cultist and a hater. Well, if you like Superman 2025, you're a gun licker.
What did he say?
Okay, you licking his ass every single step of the way. So that's what you are. So you're a gun licker. Now, Superman 2025, I told y'all I'll be reporting on the box office. And it's at 406 million as we speak right now. Okay, this is the second weekend, and some of y'all would say this is not that bad. It's tracking to be good, but guess what? It is bad. Okay, because first of all, we have Fantastic Four dropping this week, and when that happens, no one is going to be seeing Superman. That's there's clear evidence on that. No one will be seeing Superman because it's just past tense now. So domestic, it made 235 million. Not bad, it's kind of interesting that he made that much money. International, although it really fell apart because for some odd reason, people were not interested in seeing James Gunn's version of Superman, and total 406. To me, I don't see this as something that is hopeful. I think Warner Bros. Should be panicking right now because at this point, I'm not sure it's going to clock 500 million. Even if it does, it's gonna stay at that range. It's not gonna clock 600. But we have Man of Steel that came out 12 years ago and made almost 700 mil. And this is not even adjusted for inflation. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to tell you that the critics don't mean shit. Okay? Gunn's idea of how he's gonna make Superman a box office hit was to invite a lot of critics, pay them some money. I'm not saying this is true, but it kind of is, They're called chills, by the way. So so they could give like, wonderful reviews. But that didn't really help because no one believes the critics anymore. No one does. The fact that he had to make like the opening, I think the advanced screening was very early. That gave me a lot of hint that Warner Bros. Or DC are very desperate. They're 100% very desperate so they can get good word of mouth and everyone go see it. Just so you can actually be disappointed, okay? This is just bad marketing at this point, bro. It's actually a false advertisement because they tell you the movie is amazing as this, but when you watch it, it's not. It is false advertising, right? Am I missing something? They should get sued, man.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So Man of Steel performed very well. For some odd reason, they never made the sequel because, I don't know, they just had, the reviews was not good. That's why Warner Bros. Never really, focused on Superman moving forward. And then we went to Batman v Superman that nearly made $1 billion. Okay, now this is despite the critics giving this movie a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, if you guys check it, Rotten Tomatoes 28%. Now, me honestly, Batman v Superman is not the best. I don't like it that much. I only like the action. That's it. Aside from that, I don't really like much about it. Yes, and I'm telling you guys that that's how I felt. So you guys saying that I'm a Snyder guy, I'm not a Snyder guy. Okay, I just want to see my beautiful heroes being portrayed properly. I'm really scared for DC at this point, man. And as I did mention last week, I want this movie to fail because it needs to send a message to Warner Bros. That just because you brought in Gunn and you think Gunn is like this deliverer is gonna make DC something that has never been before. That ain't the case, bro. Gunn is trying to make DC a clown world because he thinks that's how it's gonna work. That's how they're gonna be successful. But guess what? The numbers are telling. No one cares. We want something serious. All right? The numbers are telling. So what is the difference between the opening of Man of Steel and Superman? Man of Steel was a serious film, yet the audience loved it. I mean, if you look at the international box office, they liked it. You know what I mean? But you have a clown-ass movie. International, they don't like it. Domestic, it's cope at this point. Everybody trying to say, I'm going to go see Superman again. But yet they don't. You guys, like everybody I've seen, right, that talk about how great this movie was. They don't want to see it again. I don't get it. That's just you being, a hypocrite because you're literally lying to yourself. So, I don't think this movie is going to make profits. It's going to be a flop. But the studios are trying to twist it in a way that, well, it's not gonna, it doesn't really matter. That's literally what Gunn is saying. As long as it just makes back, the money it did. But it's not profitable, though. So I don't know what he's talking about. And David Zaslav is on his back on this, So it's just hypocritical at this point because no matter what this movie performs, they're not going to change direction. They're really not. And it's just sad. Now, if you guys don't know, James Gunn, he posted this picture of Supergirl, which is the movie coming out next year. Look out. Before it was look up, but now we're looking out. Looking out for what? For this movie? You must be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ain't nobody looking out for this, bruv. Okay? So, if you look at the poster, we have Supergirl taking some kind of a drink or something. And I'm supposed to be interested in this. Now, what is the difference between this poster and this? Can someone tell me what the difference is? At least Shazam, we know Shazam. That's his character. He's funny. He's goofy. We know what to expect. But Supergirl is not a goofy character. But Gunn wants to make it goofy. You can see the introduction in Superman. She was drunk, acting like a clown. I don't know if she was just... let's not even go there, okay? But it was really terrible. The first introduction to Supergirl, that was actually bad. But Gunn don't care. He don't care because this is what he wants the DC to be about. Now, if Superman failed or flopped, Supergirl is gonna flop even harder because it's a female lead, movie, right? We all know female lead movies, they kind of struggle, right? Ballerina is a clear example coming from John Wick. So Supergirl, no one really, I don't really be hearing people talking about Supergirl. I really don't. And me personally, I don't want to see Supergirl. I didn't request for a Supergirl movie. Give me Wonder Woman. Give me something that is not Supergirl, bro. Give me Batman. Why you give me Supergirl? We just got Superman. You give me Supergirl. No one asked for this, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, what is he trying to do? This movie is gonna flop. DC's on the wrong path now. We don't even have plans. I don't know if they have plans for, you know, Wonder Woman like next year or in 2027 or even the Batman. We don't know. But God is focusing on goofy shit. He's talking about Clayface. What's the other one? He was talking about Mr. Terrific and Jimmy Olsen. Like, what? Who wants to see Mr. Terrific and Jimmy Olsen in a movie? What? Am I missing something? I saw that in an interview, bro. I'm like, what? Dude, you're sidelining the Justice League and giving us characters that no one asked for. Why? You know what I mean? What is God doing, bro? This guy is destroying DC. Get him out. Please. Please. So, y'all, in all seriousness, man, it really breaks my heart, bro, that I had hope for DC. I really did. But I don't really know at this point, and I don't really care. You know, whenever you reach a point where you don't really care anymore, it's over with, bro. It's truly over with. So at this point, you're just gonna sit back, taking a drink like Supergirl there and be laughing. Okay, that's how I feel right now. So it is what it is, man. I just want to let you all know that Superman is a huge flop. Anyone that tells you it made money is lying. Okay, the budget is 225 million plus marketing. That's 325 million. Also, you guys remember that, you know, the theaters, they take their cuts. Okay, so I think the studios take about 30%. So they're not making any money. But they're trying to sugarcoat it like, hey, it ain't that bad. As long as it makes its money, okay, it's a success. Yay. No, it flopped. Man of Steel made more money.
I like this one.
Anyways, y'all, that's everything I wanted to speak about today. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, man. We'll keep watching, bro. We'll keep watching. By the way, I'll be seeing Fantastic Four on Thursday, and I'll be giving you guys my review, honest review. You know how it is. And hopefully, I do believe Fantastic Four will be better than Superman, bro. At this point, I am convinced that it will be better. I am convinced. Because I know what to expect from the MCU, you know, so I won't be surprised. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it will be better. I think I'll have much, you know, I have more hope for F4 even performing better than Superman. Anyways, you guys know this video, give a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.